Our featured performer is well known in these parts, especially in this room. She's a fantastic encourager of original music. She runs an open mic herself at Smithtown Library once a month. Is that correct, Christie?
Yes.
If you're interested in performing at her open mic, please check her out afterwards and she'll tell you where she performs and where she has this open mic. But it's always a pleasure to hear her songs when she comes and plays here, and she's developed a nice following, not only in this room, but further afield as well, and it's always a pleasure to have her here with us in this really warm and cozy original open mic. So please, without further ado, please give a nice, warm welcome to Christie Baker.
Thank you, everybody. This is Christie Baker of Christie Baker's Chicken Farm fame. And thanks to Scott Maness for that song. It's so cute. This song I wrote about, I was looking at paintings and they were all ending sad, sad stories, so I changed them around to be happy. Oops. Ophelia carries wildflowers down to the water. Her lover brings a vase and gently takes them in his arms. They go home and talk for hours. She arranges flowers. She is listening for an answer. They live happily ever after, just the way it should be. Daphne dances in the meadow like no one is watching. Laurel hangs out the washing and calls out for home cottage near. They dine in firelight, drink tea with honey. The meadow fills with laughter. They live happily ever after, just the way it should be. Frida paints a portrait of herself in the garden, surrounded by brilliant colors reflecting on the role that she starred in. Holding hands of her children's children, smiling up like sunflowers. Amid the oleaster, they live happily ever after, just the way it should be. Some lovers swinging like Tarzan, some evoke Monet or Cézanne. My lover brings me music notes falling from his outstretched hands. They scatter around me like diamonds. I embrace all I can gather. He has shown me what really matters. We live happily ever after, just the way it should be. Thank you. This song I just wrote about the beach, the things I like at the beach. My guitar feels slippery, that's why I'm having it. Roses bloom around our beachside hideaway. The fragrance follows our fairy tale stay. We wind down the path, we hear ocean waves, where the brilliant sky inspires more words of praise. Such charm to write about and back with pleasure in our ever after. A shooting star sends a message from above, the tale of our first summer of being in love. The scent of roses and the ocean song, the dazzling stars sing the words we long. Tucked in our hideaway, we write our poems, our own book to read when we are at home. Rose petals fall gently like poetry flows, they whisper of secrets to whom they know. In this cherished book, our poems speak to me. Words splash off the page and dance into the sea. The seashells sing it to the ocean's depths, and the stars breathe it out in a mystical breath. For in this world of chaos and noise, these treasured moments bring us back to joy. The scent of roses and the ocean song, the dazzling stars sing the words we long. Tucked in our hideaway, we write our poems, our own book to read when we are at home. Rose petals for love fall abundantly, seashells and spirals for longevity. In the twilight, a blank canvas unfolds to write the story where it touched our souls. What a memento to pass to our heirs, a romantic summer in the salted air. Life is not always a dance and a wink, but in these words the beauty begins. The scent of roses and the ocean song, the dazzling stars sing the words we long. Tucked in our hideaway, we write our poems, our own book to read when we are at home. Thank you. The song I wrote a while ago, it was from my Moonlight Gypsy days when I used to sing about stars, although I just sang about stars, but there's even more stars. This is Stardust Mayhem. The Stardust Mayhem is calling me back out again into the night and all around the bend. Dreams linger in the sky, spiral down into our eyes. This is no time for lullabies. Slingshot around the dusking setting sun. We'll kick up some debris before we're done. Sprinkle a little, sprinkle a ton. Stardust Mayhem has begun. soul dances through. My aura changes hue to a deep, misty violet blue. I'm ready for the games, mischievous masquerades. My dues have already been paid. Yes, they have. If I could have just one wish to follow the glow of your fingertips into where the music drips and it sends me. The Stardust Mayhem is calling me back out again into the night and around the bend. Sprinkle a little, sprinkle a ton. Stardust Mayhem has begun for everyone. The stardust is falling down, causing romance all over the ground. Twinkle, little star, causing mayhem from afar, wherever you are. I did a fun song because we had a lot of serious songs, so I don't know where to put things. I need like tables all around me like at home. They're all piled up with stuff. Okay, this is a 21 Club song with Vice, and everybody needs a little Vice in their life. He liked the lipstick and the high heel shoes, a low-cut blouse and a bottle of booze, holding court at a seedy bar, like an old photo of a gangster mob, with an air of danger and mystery. We waited for big cash deliveries. He liked to flash his money and guns, like he was some big boss having fun. Once he was my favorite vice, but I see now he's not too nice. I fell for that little girl, fantasy of a big bad man protecting me. Turns out he was the one that I needed protection from. Listen now, I have a plan where he'll end up in a big trash can. Always attracted to the bad boys, dressed the part and made the noise. But what I didn't realize was another pretty girl was always on the rise. So he might try to treat me mean and let the other little tramp be the queen. But this royalty ain't going down easily. Secrets with the constabulary. Once he was my favorite vice, but I see now he's not too nice. I fell for that little girl, fantasy of a big bad man protect protected me. Turns out he was the one that I needed protection from. Listen now, I have a plan where he'll end up in a big trash can. So while I was uptown getting my nails done, the cops burst in, found money, drugs, and guns. That little tramp might have been holding some. Strangely, half the money was gone. Well, that didn't go over too good, let's say, and I had to move far away. But I found some money serendipitously with a ticket to Cancun, coincidentally. Once he was my favorite vice, but I see now he's not too nice. I fell for that little girl, fantasy of a big bad man protecting me. Well, now I don't need a man. I'm gonna lay in the sun and tan. It was a fight for women's rights. I'll have a drink on him tonight. Got him back. This is a song from, it's called Fairy Godmother, and there's a time in women's lives where they just want to hang out with other women. And they don't have to worry about catering to the men and all stuff like that. And I had a gang like that for a while, that we had a lot of fun, you know, hanging out and making fun of each other and stuff like that. So. It was a Picasso sunrise. The room was crooked, so were my eyes. The alarm clock vibrated through my brain, and the cell phone did the same. On the other end was my best friend Jen. She said, honey, you drank way too much again. And I said to myself, look who's talking. So she went on a bit with her wisdom and advice. I must have dozed because I hit the snooze button twice. She was being kind of bossy for 7 a.m. So I asked her to call me back at 10. Fairy Godmother, I'm dropping you a line. All I'm asking for is some peace of mind, good friends and some quality time. Maybe Prince Charming could bring the wine, because this old halo doesn't shine. Later, Big Mama Jen called with a birthday scheme. Cindy and Trish and the girls to make the scene at our usual place to get in each other's face. She said, cake at 8, it's a date, don't be late. And I said to myself, look who's talking. So we cozied in at our favorite restaurant. Together we'd been through babies, divorce, and the lot. So then Trish blew out the candles to make a wish. We all wistfully gazed off into space a bit. Till someone cracked an inappropriate remark, which brought on the dirty jokes and guffaws. The airing of the grievances. Yikes, the answers. You know, with friends like these, who needs enemies? So I often say to myself, I'll take the fifth. Fairy Godmother, oh Fairy Godmother, I'm dropping you a line. All I'm asking for is some peace of mind, good friends and some quality time. Maybe Prince Charming could bring the wine, because these old halos don't shine. Oh, fairy godmother, you look like hell. You'd better come join our round table as well. These sisters will help you with what you plead. Nothing we do better than a friend in need. We'll comb through the details of how you were wrong. There's no holding back the storm. The mockery, the camaraderie of our loosely coagulated family. If you lose face, we're your home base. We'll help you get even without a trace. I said to myself, guess I'm pretty lucky. Fairy godmother, here, have some wine. It's time for you to unwind. Good friends and quality time. Maybe Prince Charming can pour the wine, because these old halos are doing fine. These old halos are doing fine. All right, this was another one of Dylan tribute. I don't usually play this too often either, because it's got a lot of words, but if you don't do it at your feature, when are you gonna do it? So, anyway, we had to rewrite a Dylan song. So, you can tell me later if you can figure out which one it is. Okay. As I gazed across the fountain where you materialized, with the promise of springtime and abundance in your eyes, we had so much hope that the other would understand. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. You blew in on the wind-whacked day when I was unaware, lanky with a velvet voice and a rumpled head of hair. It was what I needed then, and the nurturing began. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. In a time of confusion, as displeasure strongly stood, the failure of the system seemed a likelihood. In our safe haven, our shoes by the nightstand, sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. You entered my world with its scars and imperfections, a conquering hero with the best intentions. But aspirations often get crumbled into sand. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. You came in like a shooting star that cools and fades away. I tried to make the best of this stardust disarray, but it was out of my league, no skills at my command. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. Sometimes trouble gets back up before you have a clue. The past came back to haunt you like gum stuck to a shoe. Secrets on the telephone, omens darkly stand. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. devil gets his claws in you and follows you around. Even with the dead man's float, in good time you will drown. I'd have smashed that phone if I knew that we were damned. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. So in the end they took you to answer for your sins. I fought like a tigress, but you were too far in. Oh, to have a hideaway on an island like Gauguin. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. Drugs and gambling are a complicated plot. Our holdings fell to pieces and got tangled in a knot. Last time I saw you, I was on the witness stand. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. When destiny takes lemons back from your lemonade, the citrus leaves a bitter taste in this sad charade. So here I am only left to play a solo by Chopin. Sanctuary in my arms when you were my man. I have to remember not to put those two together because my mouth gets dry. This I wrote after seeing Pio Yarrow at the Patchogue Theater. And it was supposed to be a sing-along, but once you hear it, you're perfectly welcome to sing along, but it might be a little bit. But anyway, I thought it was a nice song, especially with all, That's How I'll Get By is the name of it. With all the, war around, it's a little piece. I dream of love and peace that holds the whole world nigh, reconciled on all sides, scales of justice balanced right. I envision the world as one, respecting freedom. That's how I'll get by. Your turn. Hail my sisters everywhere, keep passing round that love we share. The family of humankind needs nurture all the time. Feed the body, feed the mind, polish the golden rule to shine. That's how we'll get by. A shout out to the brotherhood who are doing as they should. Strong arms to help the souls not as fortunate as their own. And the men who are real men won't treat the women any less. That's how we'll get by. I dream of love and peace that holds the whole world nigh, reconciled on all sides, scales of justice balanced right. I envision the world as one, respecting freedom. That's how I'll get by. My dear children, understand the world will soon be in your hands. Against hatred, take a stand. It's a mighty battle plan. Draw from your spirit and your faith. Embrace the human race. All the earth will be one homeland. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. This world's too small for war. This world's too small for war. This world's too small for war. Ain't gonna study war no more. I dream of love and peace that holds the whole world nigh, reconciled on all sides, scales of justice balanced right. I envision the world is one, respecting freedom. That's how I'll get by. That's how we'll get by. Thank you. Okay, and this is my last song, and it's a kinky song. That's what people tell me to say, but it's not really good. Oops. No, it's all right, as long as it's not, I'll get that later, it's all right. That's how I am at home, too. I picked it all up later. Yeah, maybe just put it in. Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay. This was also a prompt, the cars, bars, and guitars. I just had to. Here I am, getting ready to go, looking sleek as a jaguar. My hair fixed right, my best beat-up jacket and my guitar. Cash in my pocket and a credit card. My friends all waiting at the downtown bar. The suburban wild needs a bard, and I'll feel like a rock star. I don't need voodoo or sorcery to get a feeling of euphoria. Just hanging with the homies where they know me, I'm a good time warrior. They might never travel very far. I might never have a fancy car. I might fly under your radar, but I'll feel like a rock star. Here I'm homegrown, a Long Island girl, down to the bone. From Montauk to Manhattan, Huntington to Patchogue, all my memories zone. Everywhere's a short ride on the LIE. My Hyundai is my limousine. I'm following the LI music scene, so I'll feel like a rock star. I know everybody, and if you don't know me, come and say hi. 'Cause we're all in it together, and it's the best way of getting by. I'd like to know just who you are. More friends in the cookie jar. Our community is our memoir, so we'll all feel like rock stars. It's all about the feeling, what I found appealing as I sing out my heart. I might not be your cup of tea. You might like beer and I like Chablis. But I'm giving you all I got. Yeah. Here I'm homegrown, a Long Island girl, down to the bone. From Montauk to Manhattan, Huntington to Patchogue, all my memories stone. Everywhere's a short ride on the LIE. My Hyundai is my limousine. I'm following the LI music scene, so I'll feel like a rock star. Let's all be rock stars. Thank you very much. Thank you to Toby and thank you to Rich. And be kind to chickens.